They say sometimes silence is loud, and that's what it was. As the night got darker, the gunshot shot its last bullet, leaving behind a young man wounded, leaving behind a young man down. A pierced bullet pierced his skin straight into both his lungs. And as he grasped for air, his last words to his friend were, "Man, it's hurting." They say sometimes silence is loud. And as the young man was being treated, the gunshot left behind so many words unsaid. From him, from his family to him. This gunshot left behind a peaceful soul. No one can undo this. And getting the news that her brother got shot left her speechless, legs shaking, waiting for an answer. But her heart knew it. Leaving behind words left unsaid by his sister. Words were left unspoken. Dear brother, as I write the words that were left unspoken, I can't help but feel a knot begin to form in my throat. I can't help but choke on what I want to say. That day was the worst day of my life. I never knew what a true heartbreak meant. I mean, at 16, I thought I felt my first heartbreak. But this pain, it's like an echo, a void, a shallow hole that has no ending. As if you get close to me, you can faintly hear my heart crying, calling out your name. All I want to do is unknot this knot in my throat and yell at the world I miss my best friend, my older brother. Dear brother, someone once said silence is loud, and I believe it. Watching you lay in that hospital bed hurt me. I couldn't cry. I'm sorry. I refused to believe that my brother had died. I refused to believe that my brother was laying in front of me, breathless. That a heartless human could kill an innocent man, and that not a doctor or nurse in sight had the audacity to close your eyes. Man, it hurts. Remember when we were young and we stood on top of the world because we could, and you taught me to be fearless. Remember when we were little and all I wanted was to be like you because I didn't know how you did it. I never saw you cry. I always wondered how Batman did it. Dear brother, you left. Left me without a last hug, without a goodbye. And I'm sorry for not asking you to pick me up earlier. I'm sorry for not being there when all you were feeling was hunger. And I'm sorry for not holding your hand while you were laying down in the ground with a bullet that called you into the spirit world. I'm sorry for not enjoying life with you while I had you here. And I'm sorry for going away to college. And I'm sorry. I love you, and I'm sorry, dear brother. I hope you know that I love you. I hope you're looking down at me, forgiving me for all the fights we once had, for all the bad things I've ever done. Brother, do you remember? Remember when we were little and you made me the princess in every game and I was to scream at the top of my lungs for you to save me? I wonder if I scream at the top of my lungs now, will heaven allow me to hug you? Will you fly down from the clouds you and I once laid in the grass and made shapes out of? They say love is like the air. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So brother, will I feel you? Did you know cats get depression? Weird, I know. But your cat caught it when you left us. And I didn't know how to cure it. I myself didn't know how to heal my own heart from falling apart every time I was alone in silence. Brother, I forgot how to write. Every pen I picked up all of a sudden went blank. Dear Moises, I once heard silence is loud. It's hard to hear my mom cry at night, calling your name. And I could never lace on my mother's shoes because they hurt. They're worn out. They're tired. And she isn't getting any new ones anytime soon. Baby, you are our moon, our sun. You are the galaxy you once wanted to explore. There's so many words left unsaid. Brother, do you remember? The first time I stepped in the stage, my legs trembled. I couldn't deliver my poem because it was about you. And I knew you were in the audience. And how do I thank my best friend, my brother, a man who acted like my father, in just a 5-minute poem? Even though there were almost 400 people there, you were the only one I wanted to hear me. Brother, do you remember? When we were little, you were my hero. How did you do it? You went from a straight A student to the head of the household, from being a line leader to taking care of us three. Brother, I hope you know I admired you. From the moment my eyes opened and locked into your dark brown eyes, you were my hero. From teaching me how to pee standing up because you didn't know any better, to teaching me how to fight this cruel world when I wanted to quit school. You kept me cool, from cruising in our bikes to jumping into your gray Mustang, cruising down Lakeshore Drive. Brother, how did you do it? You became a man in the blink of an eye. Hermano, how did you do it? Remind me how to love the way you did. Love wasn't said, it was proven. Hermano, this poem might not rhyme, but it's okay because I love you and I miss you. And again, this poem was made just for you. Your passing taught me how to be strong. You are the biggest love, yet my biggest heartbreak. And how do I end this poem? Every word, every thought of you, I wish could last forever. Many words were left unsaid, but I can promise you one thing. The phrase I love you was never unsaid. Mi amor eterno.